Hello, friends. Today we are going to talk about one very exciting topic where people are claiming that code agents are good or normal tool calling agents are good. So I'll just create a program using small agents, which is provided by Hugging Face, and then compare the result of code agent and tool calling agent, and then I will show you whether code agent is better or tool calling agent is better. So here is the agenda. So I will actually create a code agent based on Hugging Face library, which is a small agent. And then I will run a simple example. Then after that, I will also run a complex example and I will show you what is the difference between the code generated between code agent in first prompt and then in the second prompt. I will after that explain the output. I will also create a tool calling agent, which is again a library or class provided by Hugging Face. And in that case also I will follow the similar path. After that, I will compare the examples result, each example's output, and see that which is better. And I will let you know what is the criteria on which I will tell you whether the code agent is better or tool calling agent is better and for what purposes these are getting utilized. For this tutorial, I have got ideas from this particular video which has been shared by deep learning, and it has provided one example for the similar case, but I will give you example which is much simpler and too easy to understand. I am also going to provide you the GitHub URL for the code base in the comment section. Please go through that and learn about how these two particular classes can be utilized to run the whole program and understand the difference between them. There are certain prerequisites. You need to know Python, although basic Python knowledge is fine. You need to know how to run the Jupyter notebook because here I have used Jupyter notebook. You can also run this in a normal Python file, and you should have a Hugging Face token to run this particular example. Okay, friends, let's jump into the coding part. So if you see here, there is only one Jupyter notebook file and we have a requirements.txt where you can see that one Python version is provided. I have run this example on Python version 3.13 and there are two libraries which are required to run this particular project. Additionally, you also need a Hugging Face token. I have got this Hugging Face token from registering there and paying monthly cost for the token generation. So whatever token you receive in free tier, it might not be sufficient to run all the examples. Let's jump into the coding part. If you see here, we are just importing some libraries and then I am also doing a login to Hugging Face by using the Hugging Face API key. Now I'll be going to the next step. I'll create some tools. So if you see here how we have created a tool, this is the small agent module which provides this tool, and it is an annotation you can just put on a particular method and it will make it at a tool. Now if you see here, this is very important to provide the complete details about that particular tool, which makes it easier for the particular model to understand what are the parameters which needs to be passed and what is the output, in what form the output will come. Quickly moving to creating the code agents. If you see here, I am going to create first the model. Okay, you can use any instruct related model, and then you can use any other provider too, but both has to be matching as per the information provided from Hugging Face. Code agent is provided by small agents only. So I will create the model and then after that I will create a code agent. Here you can provide multiple tools, an array of tools. Here max steps is very important because it stops agent going in infinite, steps to solve the problem. So it actually terminates after 10 steps even if the answer is not given. Here I am also logging that so that I can show you the details. After that, let me give you one prompt which is very simple. It is just solving a simple task. Okay, so let me run it one by one so that you also see that okay, everything is working fine, and then the single task. So if you see here, it has done in one step only. The code is generated first. Okay, so it has given you what is the code it has generated, and then it has provided you the result after calling one of the tool through this particular code. This is the particular purpose of a code agent. It first generates the code, executes that, and get the final answer. And if you see here, it has done in one step. Moving forward to the complex task, here I want the maximum of sum of the pair of numbers which I am providing here. Let's see how it is going to solve that. Now, if you see here, it has run a for loop, okay, and then it has got the summation of each pair, okay, and then it has got the maximum of that sum and executed that. If you see here, it has taken two steps, generated the code, okay, it has executed the past code and then provided its output in a nice manner. In only two steps, it has solved the problem. Now I'm going to run another agent by using the same model, okay, but this agent is not a code agent. However, it has been provided by small agents only. Only thing, it will behave in a different way. Okay, so now the agent is created. Now I am running the simple task. In fact, it is taking some more time, but it is solving in two steps even the simpler task, which in coding agent you have seen that it has solved in one step by just creating a program and calling that. So it has solved it in two steps, although it has given you the correct answer and it has thought through and run that, but no code has been generated to solve that particular problem. Now I'm going to tell it to run a complex task. So let's see in how many steps it is going to do that. If you see here, it is always generating a different prompts to solve each and every pair because you have only one tool, right, which has been provided to do summation. It is doing summation, sometimes it is failing also, okay, output is not getting passed, okay, so it has some issues also, sometimes it is getting the values also, and then it has taken a lot of step to solve that, okay, reach the maximum step, although it has also generated the answer. Let me see if it has generated the answer correctly or not. Now you can see that if you are not using a code agent, it will take a lot of time to solve the complex problem using the tool. It might fail in between. However, it can also give you the result. So to reduce the latency and to increase the accuracy, it is recommended to go forward and use the code agents. I hope this example has given you some insights about code agents and normal tool calling agents. The example is influenced by the tutorial provided by deep learning although I have created a simpler example to showcase the same concept in a very easy manner. The code for that particular example can be found here. You can go to code agent and see that and get that all the information whatever I have used here, and you can directly run this by following the steps. Thank you, friends.